Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I sing to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out and sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You must go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. ghetto. Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gotta bust down Babylon walls. Preparing the way. Preparing the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. Hey, we love Jah. And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Save all people.
Hey, we love Jah. We love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
We love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all people.
Put time away again. Listen,
Yeah.
just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Preparing the way, preparing the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and cry.
Fight down, war and cry.
Rastafari, war and cry, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah. And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
And we love Jah. Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari.
Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
All pastors are pastors. Some are just more disgraceful thieves than others. We've managed to find a pastor who is in agreement with Mr. Warmington. It is snowing outside in London, so I can just imagine what it would be for those in Birmingham and those further up north. I tell you a story, what happened to me yesterday. My friend that we normally go to the park together, he called me yesterday and said, let us go to the park. I heard that the lake is frozen. And we went to the park. About -5, -7 degree weather. I don't know if any of this ever happened to when you was a child or whenever, whatever time in your life. I was addicted to cracking ice when I was young. And ice always get up in my forehead and in my eye. Globalist, yesterday me go park, go at the frozen lake and see how the bird them survive in the frozen lake, because that's where they live, the ducks, the all sort of different water bird. Me say the cold get up in my eye yesterday, nearly take out my eye. And then by the time we get in the house, for the cold, the frost out of my eye, because you know, once the cold get up in your eye, out the road, and you're still out there, you're not going to get it out until you come back home. So you know that feeling of the ice getting up in your eye and in your head? That's what happened to me yesterday. And then when we come home now and defrost out the eye, my God, my eye pain me so till. But anyway, we're back up and running. And snow is falling this morning in London. What makes it dangerous? Because of the sub-zero degree weather we've been having for days now. the pavement them frozen. I be a black ice on the pavement. So now that the snow fall upon the black ice, it speckles and frozen immediately. So it's very treacherous outside. So me know the bird them now go see me today at all. No, sir. Morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to my community of part and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning. We have started the year in a very bloody mood where parents are on the ground reeling over the murder of their children by security forces, while the government is urging the security forces not to take note of us who are talking about extrajudicial killing, not to allow us to undermine the police downward dip in murder, though the government have an upward scale in the government murdering those who the government say the gangs and murderers used to murder. The government even joined the choir of murdering 4-year-olds, just like those gangsters in Commodore. Can you imagine the silence from government and opposition? Morning, everyone, and welcome. How do? Like and share the live, please. Because we're going back at the $75 million this morning again. We are going back because even though this pastor come out on Mr. Warmington's side, this pastor is also saying that the 75 million cannot even do for one church. I wonder how much more we need to pluck out globalists and Jamaica. How much more we need to pluck out Lynette Jenkins Laverne. Good morning. Marcia Thomas, good morning. Good morning. Debbie Jarvis, Steve V, Charlotte Graham, good morning. Evan Miller, Colleen, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Lawrence Michaels, good morning. Abinasa Cody, Gloria Morris, good morning. Beverly, Millie McBean, Barbara Simpson, user UX7. Good morning. I think that's Marcia Biro from the cockpit country, is it? Lenworth Steel Lee, that's the unstoppable one. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, Violet Watson. Good morning. Good morning. Myra Thomas, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sharon Bernard, Pamela Akola. Good morning, good morning. Good morning and welcome, Opal Watson. Good morning, Errol Reed. Nen Miles, good morning. Who else is there? Catherine Hypermess, Florence. Hold on there. I saw Florence. Florence Hamilton, good morning. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, good morning. Sterling Foster, good morning and welcome. Good morning, good morning. Who else is here? Morning, everyone, good morning. We find a pastor that still want the money, but not so unconscionable and not so greedy as those who have come out blasting Mr. Warmington in defense of poor people who the government and the clergy, Donnet Harriet, have joined up on us, Althea, to swindle more money out of us while we are still wallowing in the disaster of burial. That same disaster that they used to beg money on our behalf. That same disaster they used to beg money on our behalf. We don't get diddly squat out of it, Joan Genius morning. Let's go straight to the, or should I want to tell Marlon Morgan and the government something first. Hold on there. Everybody know down about St. Elizabeth, especially we Westmoreland people and we St. Elizabeth people. We St. Elizabeth people, every time we go Westmoreland side or Mobile side or wherever, we have to tap out a border and yam fish and bammy or buy fish and bammy, especially when you're apart with foreigner. As a picking from back in the days, you know, so once you turn down whoa and that's so there's two things you go get. You go get fish and bammy out a border, and you go get KFC in a Montego Bay if you go that far. Them they a long time same thing. Bada, like everywhere else, the other day, turn upside down and cross there. So, we, the people of Jamaica, we, the people of Jamaica, stood and watched Sean Paul with we eye, we hand, foot, mouth, nose, and ears. The whole of we. The whole of we watch Sean Paul go down there with a truckload of lumber, go fix up back out of border. Observer we block me from Facebook, but on the things because on the block me still can access the line and story them. Won't tell observer. Observer carry the narrative. Say border vendor them. Since because of government intervention to reconstruct them stall. Can you imagine? So still speak up down there since government intervention. Where was the government intervention for do down a border? Because a Sean Paul with me sit down there with the truck of lumber. Can the government just get up and walk and take credit for what people do? Marge Walford. What Walford could is it Walford or Watford? Or Walford, one of them. Good morning. Which part? Who did see when the government got on a border? The border of Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. Who did see when the government got on that famous spot? Go help the people them reconstruct them business down a border. Did anyone see the government? I can't remember if you pull back the video, but the videos are out there. Everybody saw Sean Paul out of border. With the choke, with the ply, the zinc, and the sinting. Everybody saw Sean Paul. So I don't know how observer a run story about government intervention. When people come out, contact with government the phone, you know. Come out, come talk with government the phone. Sean Paul, you need to come out. Come tell the observer, say, I know, so it go. If it's glory claiming Sean Paul, come out and claim your glory because I you me did say I do it. If Melissa is about glory claiming, then Sean Paul ought to come out and claim in glory. The Prime Minister can't tell me, say, I wanted a border, Sean did them. I know feel with border. Prime Minister, I know feel with border. So, I don't know if a St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland border you talk about, and a St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland border, I know famous for fish and bammy. I know say Old Harbour do fish and bammy as well near Clock. I'm aware of that. I'm talking about the famous fish and bammy border, Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. I want the government to provide us the evidence. I want the government to and not to be the government, can the government to walk and tell the lie. Adam Stewart and Natalie Somoda. Adam Stewart and Natalie Somoda were blackmailed for Facebook for the rapist and pedophile Bill Clinton. When we now go stop said Donald Trump, rather than going around kidnapping president and carrying out coup in the region, Donald Trump released the unredacted Epstein file because from the Congress, so if you release them, when you release the redacted one, you go drop bomb in Nigeria. When the deadline come now for you release the unredacted version, you go kidnap President Maduro. Donald Trump will want to see your pedophilic history. Donald Trump will want to see your pedophilic history. So you could have dropped bomb, you could have carried out coup, you could have kidnapped presidents and their wife. Come up. We want to know your pedophilia engagement with Epstein, Donald Trump. So no matter how you go around the world and a bomb and a kidnap and a carry out coup, we still want to know your pedophilic involvement with Epstein. And that are the subject, Donald Trump. So you think to say we are going to use Maduro as the subject when your pedophilic history we want to know. Donald Trump at that we want to know. At that we come about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we don't come about Maduro. Donald Trump will come about the Epstein file. The Epstein file where you walk and dodge from Donald Trump where every time Congress set a deadline for the Epstein file. Every time Congress set a deadline for the Epstein file, you walk and you carry out your fuckery. Me not talk about Maduro. Me want the Epstein file, Donald Trump, and that will come out. The picnic them where you rape Donald Trump, and that will come out. We not come about Maduro because we know it was all a setup. We know the Maduro army collude. We don't have Maduro under house arrest. And in order to carry out no fake and no fuckery, no still go jack bam. For see American military do this and that. Bear with me, Mr. Who they do that thing and maybe a delivery.
Too long in our little ghetto. Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So justify and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel.
Sorry about that. Welcome back. I just want to deliver me, go collect me shilajit. Come, so back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we want to know, we know why you kidnapped Maduro and his wife. We know why you carried out a coup in Venezuela. We know why you're dropping bomb in Nigeria. Within that same distraction, Donald Trump and the two lesbians in France, Macron and Brigitte, the two little lesbians that run France and Donald Trump tried to carry out an assassination plot on Abraham Traore while they were kidnapping the Venezuelan president. Donald Trump who want to know about the children them where you rape and molest with Jeffrey Epstein, and that will come out. Pussy grabbing rapist, pedophile Donald Trump, and that will come. You could have go around, go drop bomb somewhere. We don't have the power to walk in and drop bomb. Therefore, we're not afraid of Donald Trump. We still want to know about the children, them. Where and Jeffrey Epstein molest. And that will come out. So, Sean Paul, back to you now. If a glory claiming, come out here. I'm going to pull the video and come back with it later, you know. Me are going to pull the video because to say Adam Stewart will have racist Bill Gates Adams, hear them at checking Cuba. I will soon bring this to you. You know, hold on the globalists because me I want to know all the while about America, imperialism, and the US, the Monroe Doctrine under the US hegemony. The Monroe Doctrine is in its plain action. We have never seen the Monroe Doctrine so plain. Usually within the Monroe Doctrine, we have presidents that would come up with some flimsy excuse to go and attack social democratic governments within the Caribbean South American region. They used to come up with an excuse. Now, what you're seeing here with the Monroe Doctrine, it's no longer playing the game of diplomacy with you. What it has gone back to, the Monroe Doctrine has gone back to the gunboat diplomacy. Me, my gun, and my boat. If you do not hand over what I demand, I will shoot my way through, like you see I've made my way through President Maduro's home. It's simple that you must pay attention. I've always been warning you. You must pay attention to global politics. No matter where pop off, it affects you wherever you are. You must pay attention to what is going on, because in our modern, or in their modern ocracy, what you have here is a precedent being set by the Americans, though the rest of the world not in agreement with it. The others are speaking out. The West is humbling, and those in the Caribbean is mumbling. Everybody is in fear because everybody knows that America can come into your country, barring Russia and possibly China. America can walk into your country, lift you out, and do whatever the hell they want you to do. They want to do with you. No, this is a president who have 28 criminal, 34 criminal conviction. Maduro has no conviction. You see the danger of where the world is heading? Anyway, back to Sean Paul. Come for your glory, sir. Sir, come for your glory. You can't make Andrew Holness and Adam Stewart. Adam Stewart, we don't know if Bill Gates can Adam Stewart got Jeffrey Epstein party. We don't know if Adam Stewart have his own connection to Jeffrey Epstein because of them host Bill Gates with it. So we want Adam Stewart and Natalie Somoda to provide us the proof of the government intervention out of border. Provide us the proof of the government intervention out of border. Because I don't know what I can talk so. And the older we were turn up and watch Sean Paul go there with the truck of lumber and go fix up the people them. No say don't go so. So we're asking Uno to provide proof. We're not even asking liar wicked thief in government for it. Even though we know so not tell lie on behalf of the liar wicked thief in government. We want to walk around the place and take everybody glory. And when you see him, you do better than him, he come out and in disgrace, you say, I make the thing look bad. Make up your mind, Andrew Holness. Make up your mind. Do we have another junker to pick on? Over here, the dirty pastors and their harlot wives. This is where your money is going, church people. To dressing up wives like harlots. To dressing up pastor's wife, not just wife. To dressing up pastor's wife like harlots. This is a pastor's wife, you know. I'm not saying anything is wrong with the dress. But this is a pastor's wife. Want no money and go. See want no money and go. I want black tie ball. The two of them. And go. See want no money and go there. See want no money and go the church people. We want chop off people head. For defend Raymond how you do. For defend the prostitution, the thieving, and the cheating that's going on in the church. We will always find fault with them. A people money. A people money by that gesture. A people money. The thing no can look so. You think no. We are pluck out to no money get pastor. Look how pastor wife look. Pastor wife look like a harlot and a Jezebel. No, sir. Pastor wife, you look good. But you were the most suitable for who for wife, you know. A celebrity wife. Pastor wife, nothing look so harlotish. Pastor wife. Out of who for pocket? May one ask. Out of who for pocket? I wonder if you get born pastor, because pastor can't have such a look good wife and not get born. Pastor, you can't have such a look good wife and not get born, but that's not my business any at all, pastor. Absolutely nothing to do with me, but me feel say any pastor have a wife look so good they forget born. Make we go to the pastor them now with the money problem. From pastors getting born to pastors with money problem. Lord Jesus. No, we find a pastor who is in agreement with Mr. Warmington.
Is absolutely right. Mr. Warmington is absolutely right on a matter of principle. Just use the opportunity to address one little matter that has been in the public fore in recent days. A statement from Mr. Everard Warmington. Mr. Warmington, who took the government to task for committing $75 million to aid and to assist churches. And Mr. Warmington raised an objection, saying that government funds should not be so expended. And he went on to say that the churches should be doing things for the people. And he doesn't see or hear anything that the church is doing. I want to address that by saying, one, Mr. Warmington is absolutely right on a matter of principle. Mr. Warmington is absolutely right on a matter of principle. Government funds shouldn't be going at this time to assist churches, sanctuaries that is, when people are still living out under the elements. It should not happen. I agree with Mr. Warmington 100%. I don't know on what basis taxpayers' money is being utilized to repair churches. On a matter of principle, Mr. Warmington is right. Granted, he's a little short on facts when he said that the church is not doing anything. And you can excuse his ignorance, because with all that we have done, and the many other congregations have done, we didn't go around with any cameras to say we are doing this. So he's not aware. And that's how it ought to be. We didn't carry any cameras to violate people's dignity when we are offering them help and support. Well, I think Mr. Warmington might know what we don't know, and it's touching on something that many of us don't want to touch. $75 million is nothing. It cannot repair the Springfield Moravian Church, where Sister Merlin's relatives will be interred out in the hole. Now I was talking to Deacon Bowen. I went to that church some years ago and was tremendously impressed by the structure, the beauty of it, the furnishings. And when I hear that thing was completely destroyed, boy, it broke my heart. $75 million cannot restore that. So when the government is offering $75 million, Mr. Warmington probably know that it is a public relations gimmick. It's a public relations gimmick. And I am surprised that the opposition has not come out against it. And I suggest why they haven't come out against it. It might be not strategic. They are afraid of the church.
Murder. The main thing I want to have a problem with the opposition silence on that issue. Yeah. Murder. Oh, let me tell you how the church control politics, yeah? Only for the idiot them where you see Mark X, whether in a Jamaica, in a America, in a England, in a the whole political class, you know, say religion and politics closely intertwined. Only for religious people are also those who are politically inclined. Therefore, there's a lot of vote in the churches. Vote Biden. Silence for vote.
Because with all that we have done, and the many other congregations have done, we didn't go around with any cameras to say we are doing this. So he's not aware. And that's how it ought to be. We didn't carry any cameras to violate people's dignity when we are offering them help and support. Well, you know, I think Mr. Warmington might know what we don't know, and is touching on something that many of us don't want to talk. $75 million is nothing. It cannot repair the Springfield Moravian Church, where Sister Merlin's relatives will be interred out in the hole. Now I was talking to Deacon Bowen. I went to that church some years ago and was tremendously impressed by the structure, the beauty of it, the furnishings. And when I hear that thing was completely destroyed, boy, it broke my heart. $75 million cannot restore that. So when the government is offering $75 million, Mr. Warmington probably know that it is a public relations gimmick. It's a public relations gimmick. And I am surprised that the opposition has not come out against it. And I suggest why they haven't come out against it. It might be not strategic. They are afraid of the church. And it's certain elements of the church that they are afraid of. Maybe the element that is associated with what they call the moral majority up north. You know, some persons over time who claim to speak on behalf of the church as a moral majority. And they are neither moral nor are they in the majority.
Hey!
Because some positions that they take are absolutely conflicting. So the politicians on both sides might be a little afraid of this so-called moral majority in the church, which is why on neither side we hear persons coming out and making a stand on a matter of principle.
Talk, Pastor, talk. One little piece left. Oh, talk, Pastor, talk. The moral majority, who are neither moral nor are they in the majority, because the government line where they take. Don't identify with we all.
Out, taking a stand on a matter of principle to support Mr. Warmington, who is not a man I'm very willing to support based on his behavior. But the truth is the truth. He must be supported. I want to say that no pastor, you remember where I start? With the pastor in Petersfield, who say,
I don't know who him be, Ebenezer Cody, but his name is Reverend Jonathan Hemmings. I congratulate you, Reverend. At a time like now, as a pastor for talk. Not come out a cas over destruction money.
they don't want any help to fix churches, while the lives of people is in need of urgent assistance. I don't think any church leader should accept this thing from the government.
Hey,
They shouldn't. Not for the fixing of church building. Should not accept it. While people are still out in the open in Petersfield, up to now they can't find shelter for those persons. No church leader, I think, should accept that assistance while persons are out in the open. Church leaders must reflect a pastor's heart. And sometimes, as pastors, we too licky to reflect the pastor's heart.
What about the pastor? Pastor, with your belly and your hand go together? No, sir. Somebody say he's a Baptist pastor. If he really is Otrius Baptist Church, but hey, call the Adventists them for me there. The liar wicked thief in LNG White, come here. This was the problem, come I told on before. The Baptist Church was one of those church who was in the fight against slavery and oppression. The thief in white girl, the LNG White, was a member of the Baptist Church. Him and his husband and one of them friend, William something another. And then break away from the Adventist Church. And LNG White thought had it dream them like how you say Peter Chambers, I walk and dream you now. Like how you see Peter Chambers are going in bed with his stomach full. And same way LNG White do go to bed with her stomach full. So I tell the Adventists them all the while. I'm going to ask the Adventists them again this morning. Ask LNG White on a prophet. What was her disagreement with the Baptist Union? That white woman who stepped away and formed her own bullshit organization, won't have to pay on a loyal tithes to a bunch of shit. Anyway, murder, pastor, and just up look good, nice wife. Anyone on a young boy say pastor wife pan road and no call to her, no wicked. But we started the year literally in a bloodbath where parents are rolling and wheeling and wallowing by how government forces are just going around killing with impunity. Killing with impunity is what we're getting from this government. Let's look at some of what the government has been given to us since the start of the year. Bear with us. It's just over the top.
In St. Elizabeth since the start of...
Bear with me, bear with me. Oh, bear with me.
There have been at least 2 reported murders in St. Elizabeth since the start of the year. On January 2, Albert Smith, a farmer of Crawford District, was at a party with another patrons when gunmen opened fire. He was rushed to hospital where he died. No motive was established for the killing. The second murder happened at Zinaway in Newtown Black River Saturday night. The deceased is a 47-year-old laborer, Basil Bruce. Reports are that about 10 p.m., 2 men armed with guns went to the house where 2 family members were located. One of the family members was robbed, while the other was shot and killed by the gunman who entered the house. The area is currently without electricity. The police are investigating.
Right, we're going to let us just go to the. This is only the start of the year, you know, and all we're having is murders after murders after murders, whether it be by the security forces or by the criminals, Jamaicans, or just losing their
By
lives.
January next year, the government is hoping to begin making cash payments.
Oh, this is just a side story from this Pernell Charles guy. Have my cue mix up, beg your pardon for that.
By January next year, the government is hoping to begin making cash payments to some victims of Hurricane Melissa. Labor and Social Security Minister Pernell Charles Jr. gave an update earlier last week.
A team of volunteers, field officers, social workers, and select individuals have been going from door to door assessing households damaged by Hurricane Melissa.
How many people are in the home? Who's the head of the household? Are they working? Are they going to school? Do they now have a roof? What assets have they lost? How is this going to impact their ability to eat?
So far, over 57,000 households have been assessed. Just over 21,000 have minor damage, close to 20,000 major damage, and over 9,200 totally destroyed. The plan is to boost the pool of assessors to 600 to quickly examine another 117,000 households.
Once the assessment is done, the assessment provides the government with a beneficiary list, meaning a list of persons who have been verified as impacted in the household or households impacted by Hurricane Melissa. Mm-hmm. So if Guyana, who Prime Minister has negotiated with, and they've come to assist us with 200 odd roof repairs, when Guyana comes and they connect with our JDF, it is from that list that those homes or households are pulled, and then it is verified to see whether they fit the criteria for their roof to be repaired.
Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says that same list will be used to select persons for cash grants.
Similar to what we did last time, we did 50, 150, 400, and it's around that region that we're looking at a little bit more for the 3 categories based on minor, major, and totally destroyed. We are finalizing now the modality for our cash grant delivery, and that will be started in January. We're hoping for January.
To start payout?
To start payout.
There's also a partnership with the World Food Programme and UNICEF.
It is important for us to make sure that we get it right, particularly because we're coupling this with the grants that have been already delivered through our partners, World Food Programme, UNICEF, and also to make sure that we are targeting the persons who have not already, for instance, gotten their roof repaired. So it's not as simple as just handing grants. It's a logistics process that requires significant coordination.
Bureaucracy, bureaucracy, bureaucracy. Bureaucracy makes sense, but when it's useless bureaucracy, it makes absolutely no sense. But you heard the take me around the mulberry bush.
There have been at least 2
because
reported
this
murders in
government,
St. Elizabeth since the start of the year.
Barring going around and around the mulberry bush, this government really not know what figure, you know. This government is stuck around the mulberry bush because all the while they come out, then tell us something which don't make no sense to poor people who is being lying in the squalor over 2 months on from Melissa. Oh no, up until today, day, uno not tell we nothing make sense. Up until today, day, uno no do nothing what make sense. Round and uno just stuck round the mulberry bush, so.
There have been at least 2 reported murders in St. Elizabeth since the start of the year. On January 2, Albert Smith, a farmer of Crawford District, was at a party with another patrons when gunmen opened fire. He was rushed to hospital where he died. No motive was established for the killing. The second murder happened at Zinaway in Newtown Black River Saturday night. The deceased is a 47-year-old laborer, Basil Bruce. Reports are that about 10 p.m., 2 men armed with guns went to the house where 2 family members were located. One of the family members was robbed, while the other was shot and killed by the gunman who entered the house. The area is currently without electricity. The police are investigating.
So I wanna go do? Wanna go terrorize Newtown people too? Because uno want all of the land them in and around Black River. Uno go terrorize Newtown people out of them dwelling. Make me hold my mouth. Because them are same thing ya will happen. Me want to listen to that story.
This evening with the development.
And see if anything what we never heard before, if I not new to you.
Again this evening with a developing story. There is tension and anger in St. Toulis after 3 men were shot and killed by the police in the community located at the border of Manchester and Clarendon.
Residents are demanding swift investigation from Income as they are convinced the police killed the men in cold blood.
However, the police say they seized 3 illegal guns used by the men to challenge them in a gun battle.
Jamila Maitland reports.
Police officers swarm a house in St. Toulis, Manchester on Monday following the fatal shooting of 3 men sometime after midday. According to the police, they were executing a search warrant when they were fired on.
On the approach of the police, a group of men were seen exiting the building with firearms in hand. The police accosted the men who engaged them in a shootout. The police advanced inside the building where they were again in.
There's a part of the story where sweet me. You know the part when it say when them enter the building, the man them leave the building with gun in their hand. Police officer, we no can't talk the story for once make we release it so go. Police officer, for once, we no talk the story make we release it so go. Good God Almighty, every day you have to come out contact me, could no say lie and tell. Every day you come out with the one round the mulberry bush story was sticking on our head. Good God Almighty, change the story now. Change the story, police officer. I could try to believe something else. Even if a bullshit you come up with, change the story. I could build the story to all officer. Officer Manning. That story to all unusual. That story, officer, to all unusual. Come up with something else. Believable or not, officer. Come up with something else now, no? Good God Almighty. You know, to say outdated.
Again this evening with a developing story. There is tension and anger in St. Toulis after 3 men were shot and killed by the police in the community located at the border of Manchester and Clarendon.
Residents are demanding swift investigation from Indicum as they are convinced the police killed the men in cold blood.
However, the police say they seized 3 illegal guns used by the men to challenge them in a gun battle.
Jamila Maitland reports.
Police officers swarm a house in St. Toulis, Manchester on Monday following the fatal shooting of 3 men sometime after midday. According to the police, they were executing a search warrant when they were fired on.
On the approach of the police, a group of men were seen exiting the building with firearms in hand. The police accosted the men who engaged them in a shootout. The police advanced inside the building where they were again engaged by other men inside the premises. The police again returned.
Oh, I never remember say me pause. What would I want to know from the officer? If they dare walk or then they run. Because the way how you explain it, officer, come like then just a walk out of the house calmly and say, "Oi, I don't gun that you have in your hand." And then just turn around and start shoot at the owner and owner shoot back. Officer, that's the impression I'm left with, you know. That's why I want to be careful when I explain something to idiot like me, you know, sir. Because I'm going to see the idiocy in your explanation. I mean, me walk boy and go explain the idiots that you wanted to liberate fool around the road there, so then them run up on Facebook with it and say, I saw it go. No, sir. Officer.
On Monday, following the fatal shooting of 3 men sometime after midday. According to the police, they were executing a search warrant when they were fired on.
On the approach of the police, a group of men were seen exiting the building with firearms in hand. The police accosted the men who engaged them in a shootout. The police advanced inside the building where they were again engaged by other men inside the premises. The police again returned the fire. At the end of the shooting, 3 men were found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot injuries. All 3 men were immediately taken to the Maypen Hospital, where unfortunately they were pronounced dead.
Residents, however, gave a different account.
Right. I have missed something here. There's 3 dead and there's none on the loose. But you explained 2. I don't know if you listened carefully. You explained 2 different scenarios here, Mr. Officer, sir. You first told us that on approaching the house, the men were leaving the house with gun in hand, and the police accosted them, and they returned fire and on a return fire. Then there was another engagement in the house as well. What you need to tell us, Mr. Officer Master, how much you did say I left the house with gun in hand, and how much did left in the house won't have the gun back with? Sir, then 2 same thing, but you just explain them make no sense to me, you know, sir. Globalists, you know generally I'm stupid. Generally, you know always know say me hear things when no go so or when no exist. Help me listen again, globalists. Because you know oftentimes me hear voices. Oftentimes me hear lion story. But you know help me listen again. If something makes sense here, so and if this police officer not under duty to explain to it how much come out of the house where they had the gun back with, and how much in the house where they had the gun back with compared to the 3 dead, and if there's anybody on the loose, me want to know, officer. Me want to know because to say, you miss on if it just when the people don't shut them out, you know. Every time they open their mouth, they confuse me. Because all can pluck up out of me when they open their mouth is questions. Because to say what they might explain don't make no sense. And all it do, it create all heap of questions for me. So me want the police to come out and explain to me how much gunman engage in the 2 different one gun battle. In the 2 different one gun battle, sir. How much gunman engage? That don't make sense. Why I explain, sir? I'm so confused. Mr. Sir, I'm so confused by your explanation. If you could come back out here and simplify it for us, please.
Again this evening with a developing story. There is tension and anger in St. Toulis after 3 men were shot and killed by the police in the community located at the border of Manchester and Clarendon.
Residents are demanding swift investigation from Indicom as they are convinced the police killed the men in cold blood.
However, the police say they seized 3 illegal guns used by the men to challenge them in a gun battle.
Jamila Maitland reports.
Police
That's
officers
another
swarmed
question,
a house
John.
in St. Toulis, Manchester on Monday following the fatal shooting of 3 men sometime after midday. According to the police, they were executing a search warrant when they were fired on.
On the approach of the police, a group of men were seen exiting the building with firearms in hand. The police accosted the men who engaged them in a shootout. And inside.
How much was in that first group? That's the first question you need to answer. How much men were in that first group? Officer Diddley Scott. How much men were in that first group? Now move on to the second incident.
Inside the building, where they were again engaged by other men inside the premises.
How much? Hey, let me tell you, about to get yourself in a problem. Officer, how much men are on the run, sir? Mr. Officer, how much men are on the run? And Sean's question, where were these 3 men killed? Inside the house or outside the house? Officer, officer, how much man? How much the group that came out of the house with the gun in hand? Don't cuss. Don't cuss. Why? Why? Hey, listen here. When you can consult somebody if you want to tell the lie them. You know, there are other people out there who can tell better lies. I mean, just try. There are people out there who can tell a believable lie. You don't have to always just repeat the same lie and add a little horror version to it to make it sound like it's true. Oh, come on now. How much were in the group that came out of the house? And how much was in the group that was inside the house? And how much men, Mr. Policeman, are on the run? Because you're under duty if you tell me that because we're afraid. We're afraid, Mr. Officer Man. Because based on your explanation, Mr. Officer Man, there's gunman on the run. Mr. Officer Man, based on your conundrum, there are gunmen on the run. Because what you explain to with the Mr. Sir, 3 people, 3 people, sir, can't act out the 2 same thing as when you talk there, sir. 3 thought of somebody can act it out. Because the first set was a group. Group is more than 2. You cannot describe 2 as a group. So let's say 2 men come out of the house with gun. And you kill them 2 then. Then you go back in and the other 1 are back with you. But it was other men he said in it. Let's listen. Let's listen to fuckery again. Because if this isn't fuckery, then you have to find another definition for bullshit. And you know, the bigger problem is they expect us to believe it. And when we question it because we are PMP, when we question it because we don't like the police, when we question it because we're on the side of criminal, but if the police have come to us with fuckery, the fuckery must make sense. Fuckery can make sense. You can come to us with them level of bullshit there, you know. But that level of bullshit must be stitched together. It can't all over the place. This world is run on bullshit. It's not that we don't expect you to bullshit us, but make sure the bullshit is stitched together. Make sure the bullshit makes sense. If you want, we believe it, because we're known to believe in bullshit anyway. As so no structure, we believe bullshit. But we are used to sensible bullshit, if you want to call it that. We don't use to the waste word over the place, unconnected, distorted bullshit, Mr. Officer Man. Because we are tell with it, you make it unafraid there now. Because when you explain to it, they have to be gunman on the run. Officer, sir. Gunman after they out there and we're afraid. So they might go all the way up and they might go kill we. Because you only manage to take down 3 out of the first group. And we don't know how much you take down out of this. Lord Jesus. Hey, I'm an idiot, you know. No, sir. Me born fool. Eh? Because if they expect me to believe this, then me would have to ban fool. It couldn't that me grow turn fool. Because you can grow and turn fool, you know, and you can ban fool. Boy, oh boy. Hey, Jesus. Hey, people picking them just killing them. But me have to laugh over the high level of bullshittery that these people engage with. And expect our support. It is the wasara part of it. Them expect our support. We do not kill people picking it innocently. These are the nonsense that police officer can turn up in front of mic and camera with and expect we to celebrate and glorify and for taking down crime when I not take over the reins of murder in our country. John Crow. One on the dog shit of a prime minister what we have. No better hearing, no better barring. But we want to know how much gunman they on the loose, sir. Sir, we want to keep ourselves safe. Sir, we in a fear. And based on what you explain to we, only per gunman they on the loose. And we want to know how much. Because we want to look out for them. And we want a description of them. So when we see them, we can call you. And say, see one of them, yeah?
Police officers swarm a house in St. Toulis, Manchester on Monday following the fatal shooting of 3 men sometime after midday. According to the police, they were executing a search warrant when they were fired on.
On the approach of the police, a group of men were seen exiting the building with firearms in hand. The police accosted the men who engaged them in a shootout. The police advanced inside the building where they were again engaged by other men inside the premises. The police again returned the fire. At the end of the shooting, 3 men were found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot injuries. All 3 men were immediately taken to the Maypen Hospital, where unfortunately they were pronounced dead.
Residents, however, gave a different account.
And then just drive in the yard and kick off and start shoot up over there. And I'm no concern, the youth them no fire a shot or nothing, so they can't see a shootout, you know. You understand? As a police work.
2 firearms were allegedly recovered by the police from the house. Head of the Manchester Police Division, Superintendent Kerry Duncan, could not identify the men, only that they were from neighboring parishes. And as news spread of the incident, family members of the victims blasted the lawmen. The mother of one of the deceased says her son Byron McDonald was forced to relocate from St. Elizabeth to Manchester following Hurricane Melissa.
God, the police then kill me, I got talk about a shootout.
Already the family is calling for a thorough investigation from the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, whose officers were on location. Jamaica Maitland, TVJ News.
Based on the family's story, would lead you to believe that they were shot in the house. Isn't it, Mr. Duncan? That's your name? Something or other, Duncan Duns. We can just call him Duncan Duns for now. The family's story is that you kick off the door and go in and kill them. But all in all, what we want to know from you is how much gunmen on the loose. We want to know how much was in the first group with tussle your outer door. And we want to know how much in the group with tussle you in the house. Because that's what you explained to us. Two different confrontation with two different set of gunmen, Mr. Duncan, sir, Duncan Duns. That's what you explained to us. You can't say away and make up because you know have a way, you know, like a Auntie Angela who came out and Holness have no shame to put it on his page. If the TVJ story come here, the labor right them now what kind of lash TVJ. If the TVJ story, which is been out there from the 3rd of December, was a lie, you never see it. I never mischief we and TVJ make from the 3rd of December. You never see the mischief where we make from the 3rd of December when the story out there says schools and the shelters are going to be closed the 31st of December. Forget say Auntie Angela with the dementia. Forget say she turn up in front of camera how much time and talking. Forget that part there. You never know say a mix up with the make from the 3rd of December to the 31st of December. Nobody never spot the mix up what TVJ put out there where the whole we take ton mix up. So the labor right them now go come and say, we, as the police officer, say a two different incident happen at the one house. But Duncan the Duns explained that to us that there were two separate shooting incidents. And a only 3 men dead and a 2 group of man they have gone back with one out the door, one in the house. Who are the men who are on the run, sir? Because the open gunman where you tussle with, Duncan, gunman off the outer road, gunman off the upon the loose. And we want to know the tree where you kill, how much you kill out the door, how much you kill in the house. We want to know, even though those are questions for Indicom. Indicom, here are questions. Indicom. There are many questions in what Duncan the Don says here. So the two different incidents where Duncan talk about, Duncan need to explain how much money is see. Maybe Duncan was looking through double focus glass, or Duncan cross eye. So Duncan we all say one away and thing at two away. So we want to know from Duncan how much did in the house, the shootout with them have out a door, how much dead out of the shootout there, the shootout with them have in the house, how much dead out of the shootout there, and where the rest of them there. Where the rest of them there. Because when you explain to it, you ought to have killed more people than that. Duncan, what you explained, you ought to have killed more innocent people picnic than that. And since as you can't find a giveaway, we're going to ask Or would you say a video did both? Me not remember. Be a killing spree the government depend. And the government won't who
3 men were shot and killed a short while ago by the security forces in Cornwall Mountain, Westmoreland. The deceased include one of the parish's most wanted men. This takes the number of people killed by the security forces today, January 1, to 7. There were 2 incidents in St. Andrew, 1 in Westmoreland and 1 in St. James. The police say they also seized several illegal weapons in the incidents. Another 2 people were shot and injured today.
Hey. Then just a murder whistle. Well, this is the flood in St. Thomas. And we're going back to the shelter where Desmond said, we're walking. There's serious flash floods going on in the eastern parishes like St. Thomas, Mary, and Portland. There are flash floods affected several parishes, and the ground of the country was saturated.
We're here at Petersfield today.
Melissa dropped water on the entire country. Melissa dropped water upon the entire country. So, say the water not have much place underground figure right here now. It was just sail past whistle. So, living in the zone or any low-lying zone across Jamaica, when rain fall right now, you ought to be careful of flash flood, land slippage, rock falling, especially for those who live in the mountainous regions of our country. These are the things that you have to be aware of because them turn up the weather upon we. Now, let's go back to Petersfield, where we are used to mix up the government, where we are used as politics against the government.
We're here at Petersfield today. The residents that reside here in the shelter have to leave, and they want them to leave. And we're to and from the hardware to the school to get materials that still can't get issued out or any form of solid proof or anything. And now we're here, CBM, CBJ, and I'm not seeing no one really strong from the parliament side of it, but we're here and it's like in and out of arguments and shady business are going. So they want to put you guys on the battlefield. But even if they want to put you guys on the battlefield, that was 2 weeks ago. It's just pure madness. So really, they're doing some interviews that we're not allowed to video, or we're not allowed to. But they said people, private-owned business people, and all of us should come together and make solutions. But that's not working. That's not happening. No coming together when the time is now that we should come together and make proper solution. There is no one to come together with, and people come to the place and act as if they don't know people, and they never text people and never make certain plans. So it's just a big up and down. But you know me, I know it already.
This is one of the power we're giving to government in this whole scenario. We on the ground are politically divided. We on the ground are silent and we don't want to speak up for ourselves. But we want bloggers to put themselves forward to be shot or to be sued or to be put in prison. Jamaica people, it now go get better until uno on the ground become active and involved in our freedom, in our independence.
But we have to show the world because you guys been watching, helping who you can helping, and this is what's going on. This is the reality. After 8 weeks, after 7 weeks, 8 weeks, this is the reality. We're here.
Host. You tired of them lying and gimmicks and take people to food. Desmond Mackenzie and dirty and doing. Tired of them. Host we want to go away.
You see, if we continue to do things in the interests of our political masters, we're going to always be on the wrong side of things. Then don't want camera near when them a walk and tell them lie, Lambert Donovan. When them a tell them lie, they don't want camera near. Because if them a say it on camera, and them a say they never see so, Desmond Mackenzie said the government gave no indication at all. And I'm mischievous, as Darrell Vaz would have said, we're just spurious and what, you know. Him I want spurious and one of the word him always use. Malicious and spurious. These are the people we deal with. The people who say the thing on camera and then come turn around and blame we for it. And them people here we deal with. This was the 31st, the eviction day when Desmond Mackenzie took to the camera for lambast the whole away. Meanwhile, you know, them a try to shuffle out the people them on one battlefield where they have 8 weeks and them still never make no preparation. Them want all them appoint the people them to the battlefield and say go tack up something over there because they live in something tack up anyway. It's what the government is saying. That's why the young man was saying they go buy, they go look ply, then go look this, then go look that. And ply, sit down and wharf. Zinc, the pan wharf, sit down. 2 before the pan wharf, sit down. Resources will come in as aid to help the Jamaica people to rebuild themselves. But the government now want to rebuild them back upon them capture land. Because the government want it. The government just want to push you aside and forget about you, and sooner or later you see that bulldozer and clear you out. And Jamaica people in the midst of this still stand politically divided because PNP now want to talk, Labour right now want to talk, but Jamaicans are suffering. Can you imagine? PNP no want to talk because they don't want to look bad upon them political masters. Labour right JLP no want to talk because they don't want to look bad upon them political masters. And Jamaicans are right in the middle, they're suffering. From the same political masters where you don't want to call out. If Holness don't get to shake up the thing, next month ought to be local government election. If Holness no, if Mark Golden no gang up power with him and get Andrew to push it down the road. Yeah. And they are going to come and use those things to buy you all over again. Look how them, remember how them buying over there? Cheap. Remember how them buying over there? Cheap. $5,000 in a t-shirt. I want 2-piece KFC. Remember how them buy no cheap with you? When the sister then when the sister can't them KFC now? When the sister when you can't afford KFC now? When the sister KFC no mash up? Anyway, see no out the door. And government Prince Charles turn up in fridge over here. The wicked Prince Charles. The Prince Charles where him and his mama was friend of Britain's most prolific pedophile. And you got throw Andrew out of the kingdom for America pedophile. How dare you, Charles? Charles, what did they with Diana's older sister? Then see the younger sister. Wicked Charles. Liar Charles with the stolen wealth. Charles the beggar. Charles the benefit scrounger. Epstein. Charles. Jimmy Savile. Charles. Anyway, come go on about my business before then start fire bullet through my window and all of that jazz. Anyway, my people, thank you very much for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support. It's blistering cold outside. I mean, no, sir. Prince Charles, I serve way up. Whoa, Prince Charles, I serve way up something out of weather. No, normally, no. We in a London, no use to them bullshit here, you know. We in a London, yeah, the weather normally generally stays above 0. Because we register in Celsius, we don't do Fahrenheit. We register above 0 during winter time. And I don't know what Charles have in store for you, but Charles, turn up the brass freeze. Hey! Charles, turn up the blast freeze. I be a minus galang in a going out the door there. Same thing where we don't really invite down a London here, so we're going to stand one place where the warm weather there. And my house is very warm, you know. Heating is always on in my house, but when this body-forsaken weather is outside, nobody not safe. Every little hole you can find and blow in your house, and a lot of the time there's wind blowing, so the weather just seep under door bottom, so through the window vent system, them coming a lot my window vent them anyway, so there's always cold weather coming in. I have to have some fresh air coming in, so the window vent them generally open. No, sir. Judgment to go on here, Charles, turn up the hip, are we? Anyway, globalists, thank you all very much for being here this morning. And remember, as Marcus Garvey always tells us, if we don't unite, we certainly will perish. And if there was never a time for us to see reason to unite, it is glaringly in front of us. It is the time, Jamaica. If we miss this opportunity, when the world is changing and power is shifting, if we continue to lie down and surrender ourselves to our wicked religious and political leaders, we will only have ourselves to blame for our reintroduction to chattel slavery. Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon from Global TV.
Together, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night. We gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry and do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Save all people.
And we love Jah. We love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
We love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all people.
Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight. Fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and fight. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
And we love Jah. Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
Me love Jah.
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari. Jah
Rastafari.
Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Jah Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat and not press the poor. Make up what I sing to. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and Joe one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and Joe one stone, and it bring about feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.